We've all got that one favorite t-shirt, right? The one that just fits perfectly. But have you ever stopped to think about the insane journey it went on just to end up in your closet? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on its secret life.
You see these tags all the time. Wash at 40 degrees, tumble dry. Seems pretty basic. But what if I told you those simple instructions are basically the final chapter of an incredible story of survival? They're a promise that your shirt has already been to heck and back.
A small swatch of fabric with some pretty big dreams. First up, our fabric has to face the one great foe that has claimed countless garments before it, the modern washing machine. So the very first challenge is what the lab calls dimensional stability, what you and I call the shrink test. This is that moment of truth that decides if your brand new shirt is going to fit you or maybe your kid after just one wash.
And the result is in. Our fabric shrank by about 2.28%. Now, you might hear shrank and think, oh no, but wait, the industry standard allows for up to 5% shrinkage, so, with plenty of room to spare, our hero passes its first test. It holds its size.
Next up, twisting. You know how the side seams on a cheap t-shirt sometimes end up closer to your belly button after a wash? Yeah, that's what this test is designed to prevent. The rule is 5% twist or less. And our fabric? A measly 0.9%. It holds its shape like a champ. That's another clear pass.
Okay, so it fits. It's not all twisted up, but what about that brilliant blue color? Is it going to turn your entire load of whites into a sad, blotchy blue mess? Let's find out. This test measures how much color our fabric leaks onto other materials, in this case nylon. The minimum required score is a 3. Our fabric scored a 3.94. It sailed right past the requirement. Your white socks are officially safe.
So our fabric survived the laundry, but can it survive actually being worn? This next round of trials is all about simulating the friction and stress of just everyday life.
First up is the battle against pilling. Oh, we all know what this is, right? Those tiny, annoying fuzzballs that make a favorite sweater look old way before its time. They're the absolute enemy of long-lasting clothes.
So how do they even test for this? Well, it's pretty intense. They basically put the fabric in a special box and tumble it for 14,400 rotations. Think of it as simulating weeks of rubbing against the backpack or a car seat belt, all concentrated into just a few hours. After that, it gets graded 1 to 5.
And the result is fantastic. Our fabric scored a 4 to 5. That means there was basically no change to maybe just some slight surface fuzzing. It came out of that brutal test looking almost brand new. An absolute warrior against pilling.
Okay, what about color rubbing off? Have you ever worn a new pair of dark jeans and then stood up from a light-colored couch in a moment of sheer panic? This test, color fastness to rubbing, is made to prevent exactly that. And just look at these scores. When it's rubbed dry, a perfect 5. The color does not budge. Even when it's wet, it scores a 4 to 5, easily clearing the requirement. So yeah, you can relax on that white couch. This color is staying put.
Our fabric has conquered the machine and the daily grind, but now it faces its most unpredictable challenge yet, the human body. This section is all about water and, well, sweat.
First off, what happens if you get caught in the rain? This test soaks the fabric and presses it against common materials like cotton and wool to see if the color runs. As you can see, the color bleed is minimal across the board. Every single one is a pass.
Now for the final boss battle. Forget plain water. We are talking about perspiration. Can our fabric's vivid blue color hold strong after a grueling workout or just a really hot summer day?
And, the lab doesn't mess around here. They actually test against 2 different artificial sweat solutions, one that's acidic and one that's alkaline, because everyone's body chemistry is a little different. And would you look at that? The color change scores are nearly perfect and the staining is super low. Our fabric stared down sweat and didn't even break a sweat. So, after being washed, tumbled, rubbed, soaked, and sweated on, our little blue fabric swatch has faced every single challenge we've thrown at it. And it survived. It's time for the final verdict. And here it is, the final report card. It resisted shrinking and twisting? Check. Color won't bleed in the wash? Check. It stands up to rubbing and friction? Check. No annoying pilling? Big check. And its color stays true against water and sweat? Check. On every single count, it was a success. The overall result? A massive pass. So the next time you glance at a simple care tag on your shirt, maybe you won't just